Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Help me welcome back Blaine Patrick Smith of Tarot by Blaine Patrick Smith. Hey,
Hello,
Blaine.
everyone. Hello. Great to be back. It's always a pleasure to see you, my dear.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we really enjoyed the last time, so it was like had to do it again.
Of course.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. We're feeling. I think we're both feeling the summer season here a little bit. It looks like
Yes.
some bare shoulders for both.
Absolutely, absolutely. The weather is nice, and yeah, I'm hoping that it's going to stay nice.
Right.
Well, yeah, we'll see, we'll see. So the notices just went out, so we'll give the folks a chance to kind of come in the room and and we are streaming this to Blaine's channel as well. So if you're on Blaine's channel, hi, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Hello, Edward and Witchy Gardens. Nice to see you here. Yeah, for those of you that are coming in from Blaine's channel, of course, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And for those of you that aren't from my channel, make sure that you go over in the description of the video. I've got Blaine's link. So make sure that you go over there and give him a like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Doesn't cost anything. So there you go.
Adding more content, there's more things to enjoy there. Get a sense of things.
Exactly. So we are going to be pulling some cards, and what we're going to be the question that we're going to be answering for everyone is, hold on, I'm going to show it there. What can you do to raise your energy right now? So I think everyone is kind of, feeling a little discombobulated, a little concerned, a little this, a little that. So this is what can you do to raise your energy right now? And if you did want to put your name in to get a reading, put in #Blaine. Just like you guys see it over there, like that. #Blaine. Boom. And we're going to use the Fickle Finger of Fate wheel to determine who gets the reading. The only thing that I ask is that you please be in the chat. If you're called, let us know you're here. Okay. If for any reason, if you've put your name in and you have to leave, just let us know. Have to run, have to go, whatever. That way, we're not spending too much time waiting for someone to say, yeah, I'm here. And, we give someone else the opportunity to get in on that reading. So there. Hello, Anita K. Jen B is here. Did I miss anyone? I don't think. Carol Gornto. Hello, Carol. Nice to see you. So, if you don't already know, Blaine does private readings. So if you would like to hook up with him and schedule a private reading, they really are very, very worthwhile because it kind of gives you a heads up on things that might be coming up so that you're better prepared. Right? It's not a total shock or surprise when something happens. It's a little heads up. So yeah.
I like to think of it as like holding a mirror up to what's going on in your life right now, whether you're acknowledging or maybe need to acknowledge a little more.
Yes.
And if you're feeling blockages, if you're feeling flow problems, energetic barriers, that what can we do to just sort of move through the log jam on some of that? I feel like there's two kind of big families of readings. There's some for like, oh, I'm doing it for my birthday. It's going to be fun. I want to celebrate myself and just kind of get a check-in. And then there's the like, okay, this has been weighing on me, or not even I know what's weighing on me. The thing of like, I'm not feeling great right now.
Yes.
I just need a little I just need a little help. I just need a little nudge, a friendly person just put their thumb on the scale, maybe a little bit, and just say, hey, here's what I'm seeing. How does this feel? What can you do about this? What choices can we make to move ourselves forward? So
Yeah.
and I love the question that you're asking for today of how do we boost our energy? How do we change our energy? The solstice is at the end of this week, and
Mhm.
it is great. I love doing these every 3 month seasonal kind of check-ins. I just
Yes.
yesterday went back through the spring equinox spread that I pulled for myself to see how and if it hit. I recorded it. You can find, hey, subscribe to my channel. You can find it right there on my
Yes.
channel. And I just kind of talked through both the process of what a reading might look like, what it was like for me, and then also where it hit. And unfortunately, it hit in when I pulled it at the time 3 months ago. It did not feel like a pleasant reading, and not that the past 3 months hasn't been good, but also there has been some hardship. There has been some struggle, both inner and
Yes.
outer, and the cards sadly reflected that a lot better than I thought they would. So I'm actually this morning I was working on what am I going to do for the summer solstice one. So developing my spread for that, which I just before we got on here, I put it up. So it is on my scheduling site. If you want a summer solstice read, doesn't have to be on the solstice, but it's just a good time of year to check in these longest days when we
Yes.
get to enjoy a new season is starting. So how can we acknowledge where we've come from and how do we plan for explore where we might be going?
Exactly. Exactly. Perfect. And the Witchy Garden said she went over to Blaine's
Oh, thank
page and
you, Vicky.
gave a like. Perfect. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much. And Edward said, Allie is on. Okay. And her show is about to end.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm sure that we'll get more people after that. But yeah, Allie does a fabulous, fabulous amount of shows with all kinds of interesting things. So,
Yeah.
like,
And always
yeah, I don't mind waiting.
right.
And in Witchy Garden says, I finally bought my first tarot deck last week and I'm horrible
Oh
at learning. You're not horrible. You just don't know what you don't know.
yeah, exactly.
So,
What satisfy our curiosity, what did you buy? What's the deck?
yes, yes. Yeah.
That's how it, I started both. I had a reading, it appealed to me, and then it came up that the community college here in Portland was offering a class and it was online. And so I took it because it is kind of hard to learn it as you get going. It's helpful if someone can kind of guide you, but you just learn by
Mhm.
doing so much of it. And
Exactly.
you'll connect to it in your own ways. So I love seeing that you have started the journey for yourself.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah.
And we all started there, didn't we? When we all
Yeah,
bought our first deck and you looked at it and you went, "Oh God, I don't know any of this.
right,
This is too much. This is too much."
right,
Just take it in small little bite-sized pieces and know that everybody started. Nobody ever picked up a tarot deck, laid out the cards and said, oh, okay, yeah, I know exactly what this means.
right, right.
No, no.
And I will say, and a deck is much like a therapist. Sometimes you're going to buy it or you're going to go to a therapist and you're not going to click with them.
Yes.
And so how you respond to the images,
Yes.
and everyone has their own favorite decks. I'm going to use one of my favorite decks today. But it's also, but there were like the traditional Rider Smith that everyone kind of
Yes.
starts on. I did not. That was the one that the class was based off of. I didn't respond to it well. And so I
Yep.
moved on to another deck and learned in other decks. So I love it. I love it, Witchy.
Yep.
You have to keep us
Exactly.
posted with how your
Yep.
journey is
Just
going.
do it. Just
Yeah.
do it. And Edward Kenneth said, yeah, we need to get Blaine on with her, meaning Allie. He was on with Allie.
I was, yeah, we did. I've been on with Allie a couple of times.
Yes.
I should come knocking on her door and be like, Allie, when are we gonna do our next one?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I saw Blaine on Allie's channel when they did the show. And yeah, so I sent her a quick note and said, I need his contact info.
Yes. I'm so happy that both of those things happened.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So we're slowly getting people in here,
Yeah.
which is really nice. And oh, okay. Witchy says it's a classic tarot deck for beginners, and it comes with everything on how to read them.
Love it.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Just take your time. Take your time. You don't have to read the whole book in one sitting.
Right.
Um, yeah, just take your time. And if you guys want to delve a little deeper um, into um, into some of the meanings in tarot that they don't always provide with um, the guidebook or whatnot. I can. Whoops. Let me just bring this out here. I'm dropping stuff. Stop. I can recommend this. The Ultimate
Oh,
Tarot
yeah. Mm-hmm.
is it's really really good. It has pictures and descriptions and whatnot. The other one that I found really useful, um never mind, I'm not putting it back. Okay. The other one is by Ellie Dreams Down Under, and it's Elena Olympia Collins, I think, and it's called Tarot Well Done.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And
yeah, I'm working my way through tarot. It's it was written a while ago, but it's Jung, Carl Jung in the tarot, and it was really expanding on something because Jung was a fan and a proponent, particularly because it speaks to the deeper unconscious collective kind of and storytelling, and all of the imagery connects with all of us, and it has been
yes,
cultural touchdown in so many ways. So
absolutely.
I will say with me, if don't sometimes those books, sometimes they throw too much information at you, and it can feel overwhelming. I would say if I can give you advice you didn't ask for, but start with before you flip to the meanings in the book, look at the image yourself and this is how I work sessions is I will ask, like, what is the image? What are you seeing in the image? What is the story in that image? And then it's sometimes easier to have someone there to pull it out of you, but start first and foremost with how you interpret the image before relying on what the experts and what it's supposed to mean, because it's really just meant to be a tool to pull out of us what we're wanting, needing, hoping to see.
Yes.
And sometimes cards don't work, and then we get frustrated and like, well, I don't get this, why it should be this and I should be feeling that.
No,
Always your first impression is the right impression.
exactly.
And then if you need to go to the guidebook to add extra layers of meaning, and perhaps things will leap out that make sense, and perhaps things will not make sense, and just I'd say don't worry about it. Like the cards mean so much.
Yeah.
In so many
Rely
ways.
on your intuition. Yeah.
Exactly.
And Carol said a white misty something just passed behind Blaine. What was that? We're both burning incense.
We're both burning incense. Yeah.
So
yeah, this is mine over here. This was a bowl I made and painted. This is my little witch bowl. This is one of those paint your own pottery places. I have a nice piece of quartz in there, and so I just went with the alchemical symbols. In a little, if you could see it, if it wasn't full of ashes already, you would see that there's a star, a pattern in there. And so it's my little witch bowl. So yeah, no, I hope there aren't spirits just floating around behind me here on a Monday. And if they are, then I hope they're lovely spirits. I've been watching a little too much TikTok paranormal stories. So as long as Sasquatch doesn't cross behind me on the way to the bathroom, then I'm okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yes. Yeah. So thank you for joining us. Love yourself first. Nice to have you here. All righty. So I think we might have a few people that have got their names in for the reading. And if you just came in and you would like an opportunity to get in on a reading, we're using the Fickle Finger of Fate. You're going to have a chance to see it here in a moment. And to enter, you type in #Blaine.
#me.
Yeah.
#me.
Yes. Yeah. All righty. So let's do it. I'm going to add it to the stage. And we've got, well, 7 entries. Hey, folks, your chances are really, really good. All right.
Yeah.
So our first winner is going to be no. No. Yeah, it picked up my when I put the note in. So okay, we'll draw again. We'll draw
Feels
again.
lucky. That feels like a
Yes,
good sign.
yes, yeah. And we've got Edward Kenneth.
All right.
Edward, let us know you're here. And yeah, he says, haha, I knew it. Perfect. Perfect. So what we are reading on is, what can you do to raise your energy right now? Yeah. What can you do?
King of Coins. This one actually just popped up for me in a reading for myself this morning. With all of the other things, I mean, I would say this is about grounding yourself. It
Yeah.
is. We cannot operate out in the world if we cannot operate if we're kites in a hurricane. So sometimes we have to be reminded to really just ground ourselves. And there's also like, go out into nature, trust in your leadership, find this sort of like earth father figure. But I would just say, more than anything, just ground yourself. Being a part of something larger than ourselves, and knowing where you are in this world. I'm going to go just purely off of image interpretation on that one.
Yep. Perfect. Perfect. And what I got was the story.
Mm.
And the message underneath here is a directed narrative. So you're in control of where it is that you put your intention, what it is that that you want to manifest, that you want to bring in. So you're the creator of that. You're able to write that story. So when you do, yeah, do it on a grand scale, right? If you're going to dream big.
Right.
So just go ahead and do that. And I also pulled remembering. So and this is telling me that you're and this could be for all of you as well. You know, we're down here to learn some things, yes, but we're also here to remember some of the things that we have learned already, that we have forgot when we came in this lifetime. So when you write that story, make sure that you pay attention to what the guides are saying to you, so that they can help you remember what part of your purpose is. So
that's a full moon, and so I think part of that is to acknowledge that things are going to go in a cycle. We're not always, we don't, the lighter feelings are not always available to us. That is part of the cycle of life. And maybe it's shining bright right now, and it just acknowledge that, enjoy that it is shining bright, or enjoy, if you're not feeling that you will get your full moon soon enough, but just also appreciate that it will ebb and flow. That is the nature of time and cycles and life.
Yep, absolutely. Wonderful. And he says, thank you both. Each resonated. Perfect.
Good. Thank you, Edward.
Perfect. Absolutely. All right. We'll go on and.
Oh, I forgot to do my wheel spinning.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
And
the winner is Love Yourself First. Oh, Namira. Well done, right. Namira. Let us know that you're here. I don't think that, I saw you in here just a couple minutes ago, so I don't think that you would have quite taken off yet, but just let us know you're here. And that way it's a little easier to pick up on energy when the person is there.
Mhm.
So yeah. Let us know. And da, 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 da. All right, we'll give it another little bit. Oh, okay. There she is. Oh,
There she is.
all
Okay.
right. Perfect. Gotcha. Okay. So what can you do right now to raise your energy? Is
Four of Cups, which is not one of the nicer ones sometimes to see. So, in this idea of raising your energy, the Four of Cups, I always feel like I connect to this one in that often we're so focused on the things that we don't have in the moment. We're so
yes.
focused on feeling perhaps self pity, feeling sorry for ourselves, which is absolutely valid, but also we get stuck in that place. So if any of this is resonating you, if you're feeling like you are in a place where you need more energy, you need more light, comparing yourself to others and thinking, why don't I have enough? I think this one urges, I think the message I'm getting from this is to trust that it's there and that maybe what you have available to you is just enough for you right now. Uh, that maybe you don't, who cares what other people have? You can raise your own energy by focusing on the good that you have and then pour all of your water into that cup and see what happens from there.
Exactly. Exactly. What I got was exploited, and underneath there is talents.
Mm.
So um, it's important when especially when you're sometimes working with other people, to make sure that there is an equitable and a fair energy exchange. So, if you're the kind of person that everyone goes to if they're looking for guidance, if they're looking for help, and so on, and that is kind of your calling, you can do that. Just make sure that you're not the one that's giving all the time, and you're not really receiving a whole lot of that back. So, um, what I'm getting for what you can do right now is to make sure that that you ground yourself, and make sure that you put protection around yourself. And then remember that it is absolutely okay to say no. It's a complete sentence. It doesn't involve an explanation. So if you're feeling like you're a little tired, and you just don't want to do something, no, thank you, and just leave it at that. I also got the cleansing card, so that tells me, yeah, don't take on too much energy that is coming in from the outside, right? Make sure that you release that. Yes.
I also pulled Veiled, which at first I was like, what is this? And then I looked at this other card and I hope it's showing up in the image. Look at and then even in Marina's second card, you're not everything is being presented to you. And so I will go back to there's someone or something is hiding the things from you that you need to see to move on. And so going back to what Marina was saying around drawing boundaries and acknowledging, but someone in your life, and maybe that person is you. Maybe you're veiling things from
Yes.
yourself right now, but things are not as they seem. Because I'm looking at those two images, and those seem very similar.
Similar.
And then we even saw a hooded figure in
Yes.
one of the ones that Marina pulled. So
Yeah. This.
there's,
Yeah.
there's,
This one,
there's,
the cleansing.
yeah, there's a little cloaking going on. And so that the Marina pulled cleansing, and that's the image. I would say, how are you able to take off your mask, to take off your hood, and maybe perhaps face the thing that has felt hard to face? And maybe that's face someone who has been hard to face. And that might lead you to greater lightness, greater energy.
Yes. Exactly. exactly. I hope that that resonates with you, Namira. And she says, yeah, she's a giver. Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens very often with empaths. Is we it feels uncomfortable when we don't give.
Right.
We just have to learn how to handle that uncomfortable and say, okay, you know what, I need to. I cannot be depleted
Right.
and be of help. So
And if we're giving to others, it takes away from, I mean, not always, but it can often
yes,
be we lose who we are. We put the hood and the mask on and we recede from our own lives because we're too busy giving what we have to someone else or something else. And so
yeah,
take off the hood, take off the mask, be as you are and take up space.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. I hope that that is helpful.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're going to draw again. And hello to those of you who have just
Hello, hello.
joined us. Nice to
You
see you
coming
here.
in?
Thank you for being here. And we have Jen B, Visionary Gal.
Me. Okay.
Jen B, say hi. Let us know you're here. Yep. Let us know you're here. Hello, Carolyn Booker. Nice to
Hello,
see you.
hello.
Yeah.
Hope everyone is enjoying their afternoon today. Thank you for spending some time with us.
Yes, absolutely. And good time while we're waiting for Gen B. It's a good time to remind you to like, share, and subscribe to both of the channels. And I do have Blaine's information listed in the description of the video. But you go to BlainePatrickSmithTarot.com,
BlainePatrickSmith.com. This was yes,
BlainePatrickSmith.com.
yes, yes. I was happy that I got my own name. I in an earlier chapter I was an actor and I was never able to get my stage name as my website, and so I had to throw like Blaine Smith Actor, which that website is no longer. That one died a long time ago, but
Ah,
yeah, BlainePatrickSmith.com. We were talking earlier about the solstice is coming up this week.
yes.
I'm doing readings for the solstice. Please book with me. They're just half-hour readings that we can get some inspiration and insight for you moving into this next season, moving out of this past season. And it just feels, I know Marina and I were talking a little bit about this before we started the live, that there was a big energy shift this weekend.
Yes.
Um, and it seems like we're all noticing it. And I love that it's sort of coinciding with the seasonal change, particularly that summer, and we're coming up on the longest day of the year, which that the idea of light, sometimes sunlight as a disinfectant,
Yes.
sometimes just that we need light to grow and all of the things. So
Yeah,
yes, please, 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 please join us, follow us,
absolutely. Yes.
sit down with us for some readings.
Totally. Totally. All right.
Particularly where we can see your
Um,
faces too, and we
yeah.
can, yeah.
Yeah, Edward, I saw that. Yeah, Jen hasn't been. Oh, okay. She hasn't been in for a while. All right. Okay. Well,
Okay.
then we're just going to draw
Yeah.
again.
In that wheel
Yay.
again.
Yeah. Love to spin that wheel. Love to see it go round. And
Red,
yes.
red dragon.
Well done.
All right.
Yeah. And Red Dragon says great energy since this weekend.
Yes.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
So we know you're here.
All right.
Clearly you're here. Okay. So what do we have for you? Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I got the Three of Cups, which also just came up for me earlier today. I got to remember where my little banner is. So I would say around this idea of trying to find more light and energy in your life, to rely on your community. It doesn't have to be family, doesn't have to be friends, doesn't just who is it that whose cup can you pour your emotional water into that they will refill it? Who do you enjoy spending time with that you are all contributing to this lovely happy pool where I don't know if you kind of see there's fish swimming down at the bottom. what can you do as part of a community that you are there to support each other? So if you are not feeling light and energetic enough, who can you rely on that you trust, that you love, that can help you, and then keep that giving receiving circle flowing. That's how we protect our communities. That's how we value our commitments and our connections. And as we were talking a little bit earlier with Namira, watch the connections, don't overgive, and it should be reciprocal. So yeah,
Mhm.
definitely lean in on those. And I'll pick another one here while Marina.
Okay. And what I got was opportunity, and
Mm,
this is the Seven of Cups. So you're there are going to be emotional opportunities and things that are going to come up, and what you kind of need to focus on, energy wise, with all that, is ego.
mm,
So don't let don't let your ego stand in the way of you taking advantage of some learning opportunities that are going to come up, and don't let someone else's ego influence what you want to do. Right? You you can recognize opportunities. They're going to be abundant. They're going to be there. So make sure that you give into them, so that you're not yeah. Okay. Another way to say that is get out of your own way, right? Let things happen.
courage. Just strike. Let the
Yes.
light be the lightning. Strike. Believe in yourself. Trust in yourself. Particularly, Marina mentioned that Seven of Cups energy. We can sometimes we get lost in our heads a little bit in our
Yeah.
feelings. There's too many choices, too many options, and so just like strike like the lightning. Rely on your
Yep.
community. Strike. Um,
Yep. And just do it. Just
just
do
do
it.
it. Just
Yeah.
do it. We
And
all have to.
yeah.
And we
And
all have to work
um,
through them.
Jeanette, if you want to enter for a chance to get a reading, you type in um, hashtag Blaine in
Hashtag
the
me.
comments,
That's
and
good.
we use the tool to pick the winners. And if you're interested in getting a reading from Blaine, and you want to reach out to him, yes, it's
Just
blainepatricksmith.com. Yeah, go
scheduling, payment, all taken care of in that place. And
everything.
then,
Yeah,
yes, send you a Zoom because it's all over Zoom. So we can send you a Zoom
yes,
link, takes care of it. So I hope I will see some of you across the screen from me, across the table, as it were.
exactly. Exactly. And hello, Gerald. Carol Stash is here. Hi, hi.
Hello.
Gerald is always so supportive. And
Mhm. I've
yeah,
got I've got my second laptop down beneath it so I can see the chat here. So
nice.
yeah,
Nice.
who's
Okay.
gonna cut in?
Perfect. All righty. Next on, and we do the draw again.
All
Carolyn
right.
Winter.
Oh, what a beautiful friend you have with you, Carolyn.
Yes.
I wonder if it looks like a golden. I think that is. I used to have a golden
Yes.
many years ago. He was the sweetest dog. Just loved him.
Yes. Absolutely. So, Carolyn, let us know that you're here. And yeah, what we're reading on is hold on. What can you do to raise your energy right now? So there you go. Oh, let me take that off the screen. And all right, Carolyn, are you here? I saw you come in.
Yeah.
So just say hi. And okay. Okay. I wish um Colleen of the Cool Crone has a gong that she uses, and it's fabulous. Yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Get
Carolyn,
some attention, I bet.
yeah, absolutely. So we need Carolyn to let us
Oh,
know
there
that
she is.
you're there.
Right
Thank
there.
you.
All right.
All righty. So
What can
what
Karen
can
do to
you do?
raise your energy? Oh, so I love this card. It's one of my favorites. It's the Hermit. Um, so this one's telling me that Carolyn, that you might, to raise your energy, you might do well. This is becoming a recurring theme here. You might do well to spend some time with yourself, reflecting
Yes.
on where you are, because this is about going, finding your own path, finding your own light, and walking by your own light. And it requires us to step back from the larger world, from our communities, we just talked about in the last reading. That maybe instead of looking to your community, that you might do better. You might feel, I know I feel sometimes I'm a, sensitive empath, intuitive. It sometimes being around people, it's draining. It's a lot. It can be a lot. So it's helpful to step back, and not even just to step back and like sit by yourself. Sit back and give to yourself the time to either read a book, go for a walk, do something that fulfills and sustains you, and that's how we light our lights brighter. Not just that we're, you know pulling back and ignoring people, or just like I've unfortunately been doing all weekend, or spending too much time on TikTok and Instagram, but
Yeah.
but to do something that is that feeds your spirit, that will, if you feed, I love the idea of the torch. If you add more fuel to the torch, your inner torch, it will glow brighter.
Yeah. There you go. And yes, Gerald, I need a white courtesy phone. Absolutely. Yes. And hello, El Lorraine and Mary Starshine. Okay, so Carolyn, what I got for you was illumination. This is when things start to make sense. This is when things start to fall in line, and you can see where and how they're connected. So the ideas and things that are coming to you that might seem a little different or a little uncomfortable, just go with them because they are getting you in the right direction. The next card that I got was come back. And on the bottom of that, it says, uh, all will be revealed. So um, you're you're kind of almost on a precipice. So how are you? What can you do to kind of change your energy, or to highlight your energy? Is go with the flow and be willing to accept any of the illuminations that come in, anything that is that brings light to a situation. Absolutely go with that.
Okay. And I also pulled talisman as a way, and not so much that, but that this is the skeleton key, so that you have the tools, and that this is saying that new paths and new doors are opening to you, and you have what you need to get through them already. So, open a new door, find a new path, light your own way.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so
because you're
hopefully that's resonating.
absolutely. Carolyn is really, really connected on a lot of levels, spiritually, as well as she has got some amazing, well-known ancestors who are um, very eager to guide.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. In my next lifetime, I hope to be Carolyn. So all righty. Okay. Next on our list, we have, and don't forget what you do that so well. Roger Rivera.
All right,
Roger,
Roger.
let us know that you're here. Yeah.
Hello. I'm just looking at the chat here. Hello, hello. Hello, L.
Yes.
L Lorraine. Oh, yay. Okay. Roger's with us.
Perfect.
All right. First for Roger.
What do we have?
All right. This is always a good example of when you would hope for like a nice light fun card and then the 5 of Swords comes up. So the path to greater energy, greater lightness is perhaps you are engaged in conflict that is know when it's time to walk away from battles. Know that independence is great, but isolation is also not great. So how can you see clearly here to cut through some of this? There's some conflict. There's conflict perhaps around you, and what can you do to extricate yourself from it um, without wasting any more energy on a battle that you don't need to be fighting? And that is sometimes internal as well as external. So if there is, it's sword, so it's about mental realm, and so if there's thoughts, thought patterns, fears, anxieties that are at war within you, do as best as you can to walk away, know what battles are worth fighting, and walk away from the ones that aren't.
Wow. Yeah. There what I got for you was the hero's journey. And the hero's journey, it can be difficult, but that's what makes the hero the hero. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So the hero's journey is sometimes it has a lot of challenges, but those challenges come to people who can absolutely handle them, who are able to stand in their integrity, stand in their power, and know that even though the journey might be, fraught with little pitfalls here and there, that they're up for the challenge. They're able to do it. And the other card that I got for you was this is the Three of Wands, and the message here is level up. So what you have been working on and where it is that you want to go, you absolutely can get there. So raise your energy by knowing that all the work that you have done, it has amounted to something. You don't have to um, see the hero's journey as something that was unpleasant. See it as something that got you to where you are right now. So yeah, level up.
Divinity. This is a big message, that but also like to choose love over fear, and to know that life is full of choices. Make sure they're the ones that respect all involved and work from a place of love and not fear, because they're even, like a powerful kind of similar to a sword. A sword is a tool and a weapon. The
Yes.
power of something large from spirit can both be a tool and a weapon. But also, this is telling you, like, know when to walk away, trust in yourself. Um, Particularly on Marina talking about the hero's journey. So yes, this is the battle, and this is the spirit behind it. And remember where that star is leading you. Remember where that star grounds you to who you are, and not necessarily don't let it lead you astray. Fears and
Exactly. And yeah, very, very likely, Roger, you did dodge a bullet. And that reminds me that
yeah.
of that
Oh no, I'm
one.
seeing the chat now. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, yeah, that one song, and I can't remember who it's by, but it was "Thank God for Unanswered Prayers." So
Right.
yeah, sometimes, yeah, be grateful for the thing that didn't happen. All right.
Yeah. Yes. And remember, if you're feeling this dark energy around you, keep an eye on the light. Where is your star? And sometimes the star is very far away, but we still see the light. And we see the light because of the
Yes.
darkness around us.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, you dodged a bullet, it sounds like. But which also, just not to make light of, it felt like if that was a connection that felt good
Yes.
at a certain point, it is hard to lose that. It is also hard to walk away from some of that as well. So
Exactly. So wonderful. I'm glad that that was helpful, Roger. Excellent.
mhm.
Okay, and next we have
Chunka 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 chunka. One time I'll do like a squeaky wheel, but I'm trying to think
okay,
that pretty.
Carol.
Carol.
Carol, let us know that you're here. Yay! And hello, AZ is happy. Yeah. Yep. Carol, wait.
Also, Roger, just thank you for giving a little of yourself, being a little vulnerable with us, being a little vulnerable in
Yes,
front of a community of people that you can't quite see. And like that feels like a huge positive step just for any person.
absolutely. Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
all right, Carol, you're with us.
Are you here? Carol. My cards are now saying, put me down, put me down. Yeah, kind of like that toddler that wants to run ahead of you, oh, put me down.
Yeah.
And
Oh, there's
Carol
Carol.
is here. Perfect. All righty,
All right.
Carol. What do we have for you? Okay.
Similar to the Five of Swords energy, Seven of Wands. So again, this is a card with some conflict in it, some battle, some King of the Hill or Queen of the Hill. You have fought to be where you are, top of the mountain, and you will have to also keep fighting to keep your place up there. So if it feels like you've been going through a bit of a struggle, a bit of conflict, I would say that it's probably been for the right reasons. This is, again, a fire sign. So it's something you're feeling very passionate about. It drives you. But it does, similar to that Five of Swords, it does ask it, like, what battles, you can't fight every battle. You're going to burn yourself out if you fight every battle. So keep in mind which ones are the most important fires to put out first. Deal with those. Or not even the fires to put out, figure out which are the best fires, which are the candles to light to get you home. You can't light everything. And so you're at the top of the mountain, feels good. You will have to put some energy forth to maintain it. But watch out for burning out by trying to fight everything, trying to do too much.
Yeah, absolutely. The what I got was execute, and this is the Knight of Swords. Knights in the tarot deck are the doers, right? The king lays out a proclamation and says, I want this. The pages go out and say the king has made an announcement. The knights are the ones who go out and they enforce.
Yeah.
So this is your and especially with swords, swords are mind energy. I think they're air. So what is going to help you to get sort of on a higher plane is, yeah, like Blaine said, know what battles to fight, know what battles to walk away. And maybe, ask yourself, not every conflict is a battle. Some are just conflicts and you say, oh, okay. And you walk away from that. So choose where you're going to put your energy, and where you're going to cut some of those cords that maybe no longer serve. I also got magic. And with the magic, I'm thinking you kind of already know this. I feel like we're not telling you anything that you don't know. That you kind of appreciate that one of the things that you do is you tend to dig your heels in. And then after the fact, you go, oh, shouldn't have done that. So, maybe just when it comes to people that challenge you and things, just smile and say, oh, that sounds so interesting. And don't engage with that.
Safe travel. Just walk away. Know when to walk away, and know that it's okay. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to take a journey. It's okay to step away from something, even if it's just for a little bit. But you can't be, you can't be the ram on the mountain fighting everything.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you just have to walk away.
Yeah, absolutely. Carol, I hope that was helpful. Okay.
And thank you for joining us, Carol.
Absolutely. Okay. And next we have, who's next? Da, 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 da,
I wanted to do a squeaky noise. A squeaky noise wheel. I can't help but think of a squeaky tank tread. And so that sound is in my head right now.
Oh, perfect.
All right, Mary Starshine.
Mary Starshine. I love that Leo energy. I love that strength. And yeah, Mary is just saying hello to Mousy, so clearly she's here.
Hello, Mousy, and hello, Mary. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Let's see if we can something to match that Leo energy.
Yes, absolutely. So, what can you do?
Oh, look who popped up. I love it when they pop up in different decks. Another hermit. So maybe you're not supposed to be full on Leo, if you in fact are a Leo, if that's resonating. So again, another how do you raise your energy? Again, walk away a little bit, take some time to yourself, light your own path, go deep within yourself to understand yourself better, but also to support yourself. So what are the things that will help keep your own inner light burning? Because we can't, in this day and age, we can't light the path for everyone. It feels like we want to sometimes, but that also will burn us out, and then we'll only end up getting lost. We'll only end up getting lost in the woods if we try to get everyone else out of the woods. We have to get ourselves out first.
Yep. And what I got for you, Mary, was for love, the Ace of Cups. All things begin and end with love. If you keep that in mind, and move forward with the knowledge that even the people that we may have conflict with, we can still love them on a spiritual level, right? We may not like the person that they are right now in this particular avatar, but spiritually we can recognize that they are part of us and we are part of them. So just remember that it begins and ends with love. Keep that foremost in your mind. The next card that I got was offering, and what I'm getting with that is offer gratitude, offer thanks for things that you have yet to receive. Stay in the energy of that gratefulness, and I already have it. I'm waiting for it to come in. How long the wait is going to be, I have no idea. I just know that it's coming, and the universe is very much the center of that love. So yeah, whatever it is that you are manifesting, that you are offering, Yeah, just do it with love, and it'll be fine. It'll be fabulous.
Also, knowledge. You are still teachable. There is use your light to explore new paths, find. I always, I think we were all teenagers at some point who thought we knew everything in the world, and then we all
Oh
grew
yeah.
up and realized that no, we don't know everything, and there's greater wisdom in knowing that we don't know everything. So, and even in this, in the pictures of the book, it's not somebody yelling at someone else. It's not a teacher scolding someone else. Sometimes knowledge, whether we give or receive, we have to receive it in a gentler way. And so give yourself time and space to see what else is out there. And if that's, go take your book into the forest with your torch and just have a nice quiet evening.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And yeah, Blaine, hey Jason, nice to see you. Yeah, you reminded me of and I think this might have been a comedian years and years ago who said, I was ashamed at 15 when my friends came over because my parents were so dumb. They didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And then, as time went on, it was amazing. By the time I was 19, it was amazing how much they had learned. So, yeah.
I've never heard that. I've never heard it put from that perspective, but I can, you know what? It rings very universally true because I also had a
Yeah.
similar experience. That's
Yes.
weird.
Yeah,
That's
I
so weird.
know.
So great that our parents could learn so much.
I know. Yeah. The eye rolls in my house were, oh,
Uh-huh,
please.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So fabulous. Okay. I think we're at 57 minutes, so I think this is going to be our last one.
Oh,
Yay! And
listening.
come on. The lucky winner is Jeanette.
Let's
Jeanette, perfect. Let us know you're here. Let us know you're here, Jeanette, and we will toss some cards. And hello, innocent potato. And
Innocent Potato is a great name. I'm not gonna.
yeah, I know. I know. I know. I took I took my son out for well, yesterday was Father's Day. Now, I'm not a grandmother. He doesn't have any human children, but he is the world's absolutely best fur baby dad.
Uh huh.
Just
They
fabulous.
deserve recognition too.
Yeah. So, I said, well, we're going to go out for Father's Day, and that was one of the things that we were talking about, because we both had uh, like big hash browns or potatoes anyway with our meal, and we were commenting on how, man, oh man, these potatoes are so good. They can be on the plate for the next 10 minutes and they're still hot when you bite into them. So yeah.
Scalding, you might even say.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeanette,
Yeah. Yeah.
are you here? Let us know you're
Are you
here.
with
Yeah.
us?
All right.
There's a potato.
Yeah. Okay. Give it another few seconds, and then we'll pick someone else. So yeah, I know sometimes you have to give YouTube an opportunity to catch up.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Well then, let's draw again.
All right.
And the winner is AZ is happy.
It's
Yay!
happy. All right,
AZ,
AZ.
let us know you're here. Let us know you're here. Yeah, these. Da, 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 da. Yes, I do. I need that white courtesy telephone.
Just a
Okay.
flash. Yes,
Yeah.
AZ. There she is. There they are.
Yay! Perfect.
Okay.
Um,
AZ. Oh, I love it. We got big fire energy here today. King of Wands. Go out and do it. Go out, lead. What are the things that you are passionate about? What are the things that light you up? What are the things that inspire you, that will inspire others? The way to raise your energy, find your light, is to be that thing for others. Be the king here. Talk about Leo energy. That is big, full on
yes,
fire Leo energy. So trust in your personality. Be a big personality. Inspire others. This is always about leading through that fire energy. So be that elder at the campfire who takes the torch out of the fire, the bonfire, and leads their family through the woods late at night. I love it. Be that person.
absolutely. Absolutely. And again, you are valuable. This is the 10 of Cups. This
Mm.
is, all the knowledge that you have, all the experience that you have, all the things that you have to share. Um, there are people who are they are yearning to hear what it is that you have to say, what it is that you have to share. They're just waiting for you to kind of step up and do it. Okay. The next card that I got was Sacred Knowledge. And this is, yeah, like the Sacred Knowledge, Akashic Records. This is if you have never looked into reading the Akash, maybe look into it. Maybe look into it because um, you are very, very connected spiritually. That's one of your talents here right now. So um, yeah, your vibration is already pretty high. I think it's going to get even higher when you start to share your knowledge. That's yeah, what I'm getting from these two cards.
And then new life. So what it didn't, so now that I'm seeing this, both the idea of Akashic Records and a new life, but here we have this king, and the king is the closing of a cycle. And so here we have a symbol of new life. So what is this that you can do? Maybe you're already in this place. What
Mm-hmm.
is the next step for you? Where can you take this leading energy? Where will this fire take you into a new path? What lies on the horizon for you? And then do it.
Yeah.
Big and bold, do it.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you'll be you'll be welcomed with you'll be celebrated, put it that way, for the things that you're sharing because you have a unique way of delivering knowledge, delivering information, and you will resonate with a lot of people. So there you go. That's
Yep.
fabulous. Well done, you guys.
Yeah.
Congratulations to those of
Thank
you
you everyone for
that got
joining us.
readings. That was
Yeah.
fabulous. And don't forget, again, I'll remind you, like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in booking a reading with Blaine, reach out to him at blainepatricksmith.com, or you can get in touch with me at heartcentertarot@outlook.com, or visit my website at marinasheartcentertarot.com. And
Love
you
it.
can take a look at the services that are on offer. You can book a reading right from there. You can take a look at some of the courses that I offer. So yeah, there is a wealth of information that we have that yeah, you just need to reach out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
Mary
we love
Starshine
it.
says, "You are awesome, Blaine."
Oh, thank you. Thank you. As we've talked, the energy feels like it's shifting.
Yes.
And so things are shifting, things are changing. So let's dig into some stuff and set some intentions and find some inspiration moving into what feels like changing, shifting
Yeah,
energy out in the larger sense. Let's work
exactly.
on.
Yeah. Exactly. And with that, I will say don't forget to join me on June 28th, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the 8th Shine Your Light event. And yeah, that's where we're going to see things magnified. And yeah, so come and join us and shine your light with us. So, Blaine, fabulous.
Always
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, as always. And yeah, this was fun. And thank you, everyone out there whose faces I can't see.
Yes,
But this is always so much fun, and so
absolutely.
it feels good. It feels good to be together. It feels good to embrace that Three of Cups energy and be a community,
Yes,
and to pour our water into each other and to refresh and replenish everyone.
exactly. All right, folks, have a great rest of your day. And yeah, we will see you later. Bye for now.
Everyone, thank you. Have a beautiful day.